Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Burning Crowns. This is a Burning Wheel actual play game where we are taking a little bit out of Paizo's Kingmaker and making it our own here. If you like political philosophy and yelling, you're in the right spot.
Also, if you like Eric's hair, you're in the right spot.
Yeah, that's true. You are in the right spot as well. And if you like this awesome cast, like AP Gaming Real, tell us about yourself if you don't know already.
So here's the thing to recognize. It's not just a stream about political discourse. I feel like I've turned Burning Crowns into my flagship, where I question the point of intros and outros in the first place. I mean, you already know who I am, and if you don't, you'll have to go back and watch the previous episodes of the show to understand what's going on. So at some point, you'll have tripped over an intro involving me. Is there a point to intros? I pass it to the next person.
How are you doing? How about how are you doing?
Oh, how am I doing? I guess, I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. That's all I'm doing. Just going to get my head shaved off.
I've seen several I know several people who do this. They just let their hair go, and then just when they're ready, they just fucking prune it all.
I've been doing that for years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much my go-to. When it gets too much to hate, when I have to start combing it, that's when it's time for it to go.
Oh, yeah, I hear you on that.
Comb life is not for me. I like to live free and die hard.
That's kind of why I'm like super into this idea of like changing my hair to do a man bun, because it's like easier to do.
Have you considered walking down to Electric Avenue?
Yeah, I did. It's too far. It's too far.
Why hasn't it been stuck in everybody's heads today? I've been singing that all day.
Maybe we were talking about Apocalypse World earlier.
That's what it was. We were talking about Apocalypse World, and that just is a natural transition.
When I ran Apocalypse World, Henley had his car only play that song. It was stuck in the 8-track player. Yeah, multiple times an hour we'd be talking about it. People went out of their way to just try to destroy the car, so they wouldn't have to hear about it anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the idea though. Just no matter what you did, it just keeps playing. It just
look on Arthur's
that's like a shot. It
literally till the very last 10 minutes of the episode would just not stop playing.
Anytime you booted up the car, it would just be like, yeah, just immediately
out in the street.
Oh my god! And there's no volume control. Obviously, there's no volume control.
It's just an 8-track. It doesn't always start at the beginning.
No,
so it's
just
it's just like halfway through the song.
In media res.
Look what happened to this intro, right?
Yeah.
I've destroyed the concept of intro itself.
The Aristotelian or Platonic ideal intro has been smashed.
Well,
and fractured.
Well, all creation requires destruction on a fundamental level, so...
Speaking of fundamental levels, Michael, how are you doing, my friend?
Hello, Eric. I am doing very well. I'm going to actually attempt an intro. I've been doing a lot of playtests for the Circle. I have made both Pian and Super Gwen cry multiple times. One was after Pian murdered about 46 people. I think that was the total head count. It was fun. And so they're playing a very destructive set of characters. I made a bunch of big updates to the rules. I'm really excited to get some more testing in.
Yeah, congrats to you, man. Way to get some playtest in your game. That's always the hardest part of a game. Actually, no, the whole process is hard. So, you know what? I'm going to shut my mouth.
You can always invite me on Once Upon a Game. And
if it weren't for fucking Firebrands right now, though.
I know, and I don't blame you for that, because Firebrands is amazing.
Speaking of which, though, before we go to Wreckage, though, AP, you recently played Firebrands. You branded a few fires.
I played in that.
Kelsa, Sam, join me.
Yeah, it was you and Kelsa.
Before the show, we were like, we're going to keep it PG-13. And Sam was like, so we can only say fuck once, right? And within 5 seconds, I was like, fuck, shit, damn it.
That game is so good. Guys,
I'm really bad at following my own rules. I'm so glad that my fellow castmates are way better at it than I am.
The end of that turned into something totally different so fast.
I mean, it went House of Cards. It went House.
Oh, wait a second.
That's how that game goes, man.
I heard you were super salty.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Yeah.
I heard you were super salty about me starting that melee or whatever, the skirmish.
Laser. Yes.
Yes.
I got nuked again. Like, I am salty. People were like, I do a suicide attack. I was like, okay, I guess I dodged this one at the last second. And then someone else is like, but wait, I also do a nuclear suicide attack. And I'm like, well, fuck. Okay, I'm dead. I'm just dead.
I'm starting to get the feeling that they just did that to piss you off.
Yeah. Just remember,
Anyway.
that's the way you play role-playing games, is by intentionally pissing off your fellow players. That's how you make friends.
I mean, I feel like we have a healthy enough relationship that you and I can do that, and we'll still be like cool.
Yeah.
No.
Look how we all just hard no.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Hard no
and
that.
Cry, so that's fine.
All right. So Wreckage. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about love.
Okay.
How are you doing? How you doing? How you been?
Love is an illusion. It's chemicals in your brain that inspire you to mate. Rise above, choose science. Anyway,
You will not get many votes with that platform, my friend. You will not get many votes.
no, I think I'll get the Rick and Morty vote. As that
You're really missing the pathos
Rick.
argument. Anyways, yeah.
I'm doing pretty okay. I'm embroiled in the bureaucracy of the American justice system, and will be for the next week. Exciting times are on the horizon. I get to talk to a lawyer, and a lawyer gets to talk to me, and then I get.
Oh, you're not on. Are you on jury duty?
No.
So you're actually in the legal system okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's a legal issue that's going to be resolved between me and the United States government. So +1 for the little guy. I'm sure this will work out well.
Wreckage, are you getting deported again?
I was born in America, so if they're deporting me, that is very ballsy.
Niran in chat mentioned drive your character like a stolen car and hilariously aim it towards someone.
No.
Never
To
heard
which
that
I
latter
responded,
part.
you have perfectly described my playstyle.
I mean, Laurenthal was definitely driven like a stolen car, though unfortunately not pointed at anybody.
Well, I mean, she was pointed kind of just at a brick wall. But that was a lot of fun. I loved playing that character, so it's okay.
Anyway, I do GM things and game things, and I think Arthur's intro was actually very introductory of him. So I'm going to say that intros are important, and he actually nailed his, because it ended up talking about games that he's done and all sorts of things, even though it kind of felt like
other people had to do that for me.
The intro and outro is
Details.
It's not just a spotlight on a person. It's a moment for group banter. And so, yes, I can be part of the reason why your intro works, and you can be part of the reason my intro works.
Here's the thing, AP.
Why, Wreckage?
You just did some wax on, wax off bullshit? Because
Wreckage, I feel like you're fishing for me to mention that you've been on Mistborn for dozens of weeks, that you can find at youtube.com/apgamingreal and look at all the Mistborn. Or the fact that you're the GM in residence at youtube.com/hensicle. And I refuse to fall for that trap.
Nice.
Ladies and
Sam!
gentlemen, you witnessed us.
Yes.
Hey, Sam. Welcome back, my friend. How are you doing?
Good. It's very good to be back. I missed you all very much. I watched the last episode and was very sad that I didn't get to insert my opinions into the situation. And obviously make everything much better.
Yes.
Because I'm known to resolve the issues in this game.
In no way have you been a constant source of making things worse.
Correct.
And anybody who says that is a liar.
Correct. And also, we did play Firebrands. That was a great time. My character was the most obnoxious. Actually, no, not as bad as Space Swan. AP played Space Count Swan. You should all watch it. It's great.
Everyone just accuses me all the time of just playing the same character over and over again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the difference between Prince NASCAR and Count Swan is that Prince NASCAR could use his money to accomplish things.
Prince NASCAR.
Yeah.
So good.
Prince Thermopylae, Carthage, Istanbul, NASCAR the Fourth. His family names all their names after places of great battle from the historical past.
Including
I'm just
NASCAR.
messing. He wasn't actually.
Shouldn't his last name be Talladega?
No, it's NASCAR. No one remembers the individual battles. They only remember the collective arena.
All right.
Should we play Burning Wheel?
Yeah, we should play some Burning Wheel. All right, so as always, when we start our wheels and getting them turning and burning, we need to review our beliefs, instincts, and goals to make sure that we get experience for them. Because if it's your first time watching Burning Wheel, that is sort of what takes this game from medieval peasant simulator into, oh hey, this is actually enjoyable. This is how you get what you want.
It's what takes this game from not enjoyable to something that's actually enjoyable.
Well, if you want to play nitty gritty peasant simulator and in the mud, I guess you could play this game without Artha. But the ability for you to
Eric is not wrong.
The ability for you to impose your beliefs and like impose that this is really important to me, therefore I will try to push these coins, these tokens of objects that's shown that I've worked in the past towards things to get this in some sort of weird karmic way, is what takes this game from peasant simulator to historical fictional fantasy simulator. I guess the best way of putting it.
I think we can all
Fantasy
agree
novel.
that XP in any game, if you just take that out, the game kind of loses something. If you just can't level up in D&D, it's kind of like, all right.
Well, no, that's probably okay. Well, before we're getting off track, but D&D, that's what D&D's best thing is its ability to scale. That's like probably D&D's shiniest ability, is that it's really good at breaking out what different levels do, and for everyone to have a sort of like fun, early fucking kill goblins to being killing gods kind of game. Like its level appreciation like that is really big. Anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about our beliefs. So who has changed their beliefs since last time? Who has resolved some beliefs since last time? And let's see what we got here. So who wants to go first, my friends?
I would happily go.
Aw, thank you.
Should I just go all the way down the whole bits here?
Yeah, beliefs.
From you in a while.
Yeah, we haven't heard from you in a while. Let's give you let's give you guys a quick little fresh take at Father Demetrius.
Okay, so
I'll bring us over to the game screen.
Demetrius, Antonin, Lucian, Arsini, Sertova's beliefs are: only the strong wall shelters humanity from the storm. I have seen the face of the enemy in this land. I must learn its name. Defending the wall is defending civilization. I will ensure that the bandits are no longer able to enforce their agenda. And Count Swan does not yet truly believe, so he cannot do his duty. I must shepherd him onto the right path. Instincts: always have my doctoring supplies on me. Always quote relevant religious parables. Always assume signs of the apocalypse. And
Excellent.
your lordship, predatory, bearded, ambitious, marker privilege, tonsured, vested, faithful, and incomprehensible diagnosis.
It's pretty good. Okay. Excellent. So that's where you're at right now. Were you changing anything? Or are you good? Are you good there?
Oh, I resolved the belief last time, which was that I needed to share with Count Swan that he was the chosen one, chosen to lead us through the apocalypse to come. He just doesn't quite believe it yet, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, that was your third belief. All right, excellent. Thank you. How about we jump over to Count Ronald?
Oh, good. As you might recall, I had to junk all of my beliefs, and I got nothing for them last week. So here we go. And I tried to do them a little musical this time. I tried to include a reference in every single one, so we'll see. If we are to defeat the bandits, we must first survive them. Everything we do, we must do it harder, better, faster, stronger, and that starts with supplies. Whether for siege or march, I will secure a stockpile of non-perishables. I am curious as to the results of Nikolai's alchemy. It's time to consult with him and Father Satova to find out if I've got friends on the other side. Someone must see to the task of keeping Oleg and the rest of the local citizenry in line. I will keep their training on schedule and show them that they've never had a friend like me. That's what I got. My instincts have yet to change.
These statements.
None of my instincts or traits have changed since the beginning of the game. So there we go.
Excellent. Okay. Good deal then. Thank you. And then we can keep this train going. How about Michael? How about you tell us about Nikolai's beliefs?
Nikolai would love to tell about his beliefs. Little bomb not going to cut it. It is time to do the good work. Big fuck off bomb. This situation is tenuous at best. Give them what they need and get the hell out. The study I did of Swarm brought some strange results. Tell no one of what I have found.
Damn it.
When it comes to violence, kill without hesitation and extreme prejudice. Treat all as my equal until proven otherwise. Always follow the guidance of my wife, Carlia's fortunes. I am extremely respectful of my betters. Spooky. I have an appreciation for beauty. I smell of saltpeter. I am industrious. Possess no savoir-faire whatsoever. I'm always a little bit too relaxed. A bit of a dreamer, and sometimes I have 1,000-yard stare.
You've seen some shit.
I've seen some real shit.
Yeah.
Nikolai is happy, man.
Excellent. Good deal. Nice. And then last but not least, Onan.
Hello, I am Onan Solstead. This is not the voice I do for this character. My beliefs are, I have resolved to stay against any odds. Now I must take responsibility for the survival of my company and Dures's men. It is time to draw blood for the cause and inspire the men to greatness. Is that one changed from last week?
Yes.
Count Swan has acknowledged my place in this expedition. I will endeavor to maintain this status quo until the bandit threat is resolved. From what I have seen, Nikolai Colonist's loyalty goes to the highest bidder. I am not the highest bidder, but I will not hold that against him. He deserves further appraisal. That did not change from last week because it never happened.
Hey, just so you know this, because we're all learning Burning Wheel together, you can change a belief even though it never triggered when you want.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but it had no reason to change in that situation. Thrain says that you are a blade and the world is a soapstone. The bandits have not impressed me, but the Stag Lord has. He will be my soapstone. So that is a change on the belief that hasn't changed the entire game.
Yeah.
Instincts. Never judge a book by its cover. Always take time to meditate on the word of Gorm, and when others hesitate, take charge.
Excellent. Good deal. Good work.
Yay me.
Yeah. Yay you. Okay. So we have some pretty good free time. So how about Father Demetrius? Because you were so what were you doing while we were away? What was going on with you?
So I think people who've watched the show will be unsurprised that Father Demetrius was away praying to the Lord Abadar. So I was hoping with Eric's approval to use a mechanic called taking your time to get an extra die on a faith test.
Yeah.
I was also maybe thinking about, because like I would have a lot of time. So like I think maybe like he like sort of sets up some sort of like ritual or something that he wouldn't have had time to do kind of on the fly. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
would, like, like he maybe had to like he has to like follow the proper channels. So like maybe he has to take like a a sacred bath or something to like cleanse himself, or like so he like follows some sort of
Exhaustive
ritualistic.
list of the
Yeah, so you
procedure.
can, if you want me to roll ritual as well, I'm happy to do so. Otherwise, I'll just do faith.
No, that's a good idea, and that just gets factored into faith here, right? With
Okay,
taking
cool.
your time. So I would make you roll twice here.
And the miracle I'm trying to perform here is I believe I want to. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can just do this. Hold on. Yeah, I think I want guidance. I want to ask Abadar for guidance on how to best deal with the bandits, which is an OB5 test. Hopefully, I can get it with 7 dice.
Yeah, I mean you're taking your time to do this carefully. Yeah. So that should be netting you an extra die.
Yeah, so I have 5 dice in faith, and then 2 dice from one from ritual and one from working patiently. And I'm hoping to earn another persona today, so I'm just going to spend my 1 persona because I don't plan on getting stabbed. So I should have a pretty good chance of getting.
Are you spending? So you're invoking your persona for the extra die?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. And so this is by default an OB5 test, right, for faith, for guidance?
Yeah, it's an OB5 guidance test.
Yep.
Cool.
Make it so, number 1.
Help!
What the fuck, man?
I suck at faith.
Look, man, you're talking heathen shit like that Ronald Swan is the chosen one. Your guy is not cool with it.
No,
you got a 6.
You got a 6. So all you need is 1, 2, 3 6s in a row.
Faith is automatically open-ended, but I'm going to spend a point to reroll a fail because I might as well just.
Yeah, from Fate Point. Yeah.
Do you have? Yeah. Does Burning Wheel doesn't have this like Torchbearer does, where you can re-roll fails like with a persona?
I can reroll a fail with a fate because it's already open-ended.
Okay.
Because faith is an open-ended stat.
Got it.
All right, so I get another success, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
3 successes. I mean, the thing is,
what your intentions here? You are trying to get guidance on what exactly?
How to deal with the bandits.
On how to deal with the bandits.
I know, but when you say how do I deal with the bandits, it's like contextually.
It's like I think it's like because like they were trying to decide whether we should like ride out or if we should like stay in the fort. So that's what I'm asking. Is I'm asking the Lord Abadar if we should stay within the fort and let the bandits come to us, or if they are ready for us to do so and we should prize them on the open field.
Well, obviously the most interesting thing here would be that you are struck with a vision of meeting in open field combat.
Okay. Cool.
That you are given the imperative to fight them in the open fions. That you will bring that you will bring the walls to them, right? It's like only the strong walls. What is it? It's like only the strong walls shelter humanity from the storm. Be the storm.
Okay. There you go. Excellent.
So that's bad faith advice. There you go.
So says the word of Abadar. Of course. So yeah, I know the way now. I now know the way. I must continue to convince Lord Swan that he is the chosen one and that he must meet them on the open field so that he can smash away their resistance.
Yes. Oh, my sweet, sweet misguided cleric. That's fine.
I would like to do a plus.
Hmm?
I would like to do a scene.
Oh yeah. Okay. Tell us about it. What are you thinking?
You know the hunters that have been gathered here?
Yeah.
I would like to see if any of them hunt with the use of bear traps.
Oh yeah. Several of them do.
I would
that doesn't require a roll.
Okay. I would like to approach one that I see tinkering with a bear trap or has one with him.
Yeah. Okay. His name's Pavel.
Ho, Pavel.
Oh, Sir Onan.
Uh,
My wares are my weapons are up to date. I've been training, and he starts like trying to confidently be like, oh, this must be an inspection. I'm going to just say how everything's in tip-top shape right now. So,
at ease. I am here to ask a favor.
Oh, what is it? And if I could help the 478, then yes. What do you need from us?
I would like to borrow one of your traps.
Oh, you're going for a hunt?
Yes.
Would you like to show you around?
I would like it if
there's some really good, and he starts like there's some really good spots, and he starts like ranting off like, so like if you go a couple kilometers this way, and like you got so like you don't want to go around into the part near the top of the Thorn River, but when you get to the lower basin, it's super like he starts describing like where the best hunting spots are.
You of course are skilled and practiced in hiding these bear traps, of course.
Yes.
I was wondering if I could assist you, or you could assist me, in disguising this bear trap for use in the open plains. Grass and so forth.
He looks at you like, bears don't normally go out that far.
I'm not hunting bear with this bear trap.
Troll.
What are you... his voice trails off as he doesn't...
I'm going to hunt a man, so it'll have to be very well disguised.
Odin drew first blood.
I don't understand. Why would you hunt a man?
The bandits, of course. The 478th has a responsibility to draw first blood in this conflict, and I believe that a bear trap is just the edge that I need to take on my prey.
Well, as you know, the bear trap works on a pressure-plated weighted mechanism, and when you step on it, it closes. And he's like, I don't see why it couldn't be used in a field, but yeah, he's like, yeah, I guess for the cause,
He
doesn't feel very comfortable.
I put a firm hand on his shoulder and I say, "Don't worry. Your contribution will be remembered and appreciated and compensated for should anything happen to your precious tools."
Oh, that's a relief. I only have a couple of these bear traps. They cost quite a lot.
I take full responsibility. Now, please, let us perhaps walk outside the fort and gather some grass, and you can show me how best to lay it while we disguise it together.
Yeah. Okay, so your intention here is to tactically lay out a bear trap?
No, my intention here is to go out into the field and get like the quick how to use it from him, and I want him to make a roll for disguising it because he probably has the skill for that.
Okay.
Like we're gonna dress it up in grass, and then it's going to be ready for me to use on the plains.
Yeah. This is this guy doing it.
Yeah, and I will help if I can with like stealthy or something or soldiering
tactics. Probably you would help telling him like this would be a really good spot. Can you do that?
Well, he's not going to set up the trap. He's just like tying grass to it. Like he's making a disguise for it to blend into the planes, because I'm going to take this with me after he teaches me how to use it. Does that
Okay,
make
so
sense?
because here's the disconnect. To camouflage a trap, you must set down the trap first and then kind of like obfuscate it. You can't like make a ghillie suit for a bear trap and bring it with you somewhere and expect it to work right? Like stealth is contextual to where you place it.
So I will still have to make a roll when I get there, but this is to aid in that. I know it's going to be on the planes, so we put we make a ghillie suit for it, like you said, which will just help when I place it later.
Okay, then that's probably like
Trapping.
yeah, trapping. To make a snare. All right, let's look at trapping. Let's see what's going on there. Here's Trapper. Trapping is the art of setting traps and snares to catch small game. Ob 4 is man snares.
Man snare.
Man snares. That's yeah.
The sexiest
All right.
prey.
And sure. This would just be pretty much straight Trapper then. I'm not sure. How are you helping it? How are you helping this guy?
Words of confidence and like, just make
Man snare pig.
Man snare pig. That's great. That's great. Yeah, like sort of like, yes, so you've got it, and remember that we're hiding it from a man, so it must be especially, that sort of thing. Just like,
yeah. Well, this guy's a trapper. Doesn't seem that bad. And so you're gonna help him with, I guess, tactic or stealthy to be like how to obfuscate it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I need to give him an extra die.
Okay.
So he's rolling 5, 3. Got it.
Go there.
Wow, 2 6s too. Go. All right. Yeah. All right. You have some kind of. So as long as it's used in the planes, yeah, you basically are able to lash some of the tall summer grass to the bear trap, and you set it down. You bury it a little bit, and it'll work pretty well.
All right. I thank him and tell him that an extra ration of our available alcoholic substance is on me for him.
It's Nikolai's like creepy alchemical wine that like glows blue.
I don't know that we're feeding people that.
Oh, Nikolai shoots that like.
How do you not have a distillery in your of all the alchemical things? You would have to have some sort of distillery, right?
Yeah, I have. Of course, I have a distillery. I just occasionally use it to brew really weird blue alcohol.
I don't think we're feeding that to people. Is
No.
again.
I don't know. I for some reason I know this is not canonical, but I had the feeling that Nikolai doesn't drink, and he'd be like, "Why would I make a distillery and drink that? That shit will kill you." It's just like making munitions.
No, he doesn't drink his own stuff. He sells it to idiots.
Yeah.
Never use your own product.
However, he does smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Leaf.
He does smoke a lot of herb.
The pot leaf. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
All
let's keep this going. So yeah, now you have a trap, my friend.
I do have a trap, my friend, and I would be happy for someone else to have a scene now. But I take the trap and I tie it to my saddle on my horse, foreshadowing events to come.
Yeah.
I would love to send a messenger to Nikolai and Father Demetrius asking for their presence. Am I the chosen one?
Am I the chosen one?
Yeah, who do you get to send this though? Do you care?
Probably random soldiers from Caressa's contingent.
Okay. Yeah.
Random soldier A.
Do you think I am the chosen one? Check here for yes.
What
Check
time
here
of
for
So
day
you
is
just like snag a soldier walking by or something like that and be like, "Hey, deliver this for me."
I'd probably grab a member of the 478th, since apparently they're constantly watching me through my doorway.
That's
I'd
true.
just, Go get Nikolai and Father Demetrius for me. Thank you.
All right, you send out Hario to go do this. All right. Yeah. So.
Can I have a scene with the NPC?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Nikolai is in his like little work hat. He's got his like shirt off. He's like stripped to the waist except for his suspenders.
Yeah.
Which are holding up his pants, and he's just like smoking a giant ass pipe. That's all. He's just sitting there like looking at like some blue fluid dripping down into like a flask.
Hario is kind of used to this. If you recall, he's Mivanese, and so he probably he probably has more exposure to Pitaxian weird shit than anyone else. Considering that the city of Mivon is a close nearby city-state to Pitax. So he shows up, and he's pretty much unfazed by your oddities. And he says, Nikolai, you've been requested by... and he's like looking at you. Like, are you even paying attention?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I am.
Hey, and he knocks on the door of your wagon. He's like,
how can I help you? Do you need I know. You want the manhood tonic, do you not? I can hook you up. It'll be fine. Are you with the one who has the really pretty hair? The girl? Is in your company?
He chuckles as he goes, unfortunately, I'm here to just tell you that you need to get your fucking ass over to Count Swan right now.
Hey, there is no need to cuss.
He's like, he just immediately was joking around and being like
having
serious.
A conversation. Here, you want some herb? It'll be fine.
He grabs like a beaker of something and he's like, let's go. Or I'm going to show you a demonstration of gravity. Let's go.
You dropped that and the whole thing explodes. You'll kill yourself too. Now sit that down before you hurt yourself, and let's go.
Are you getting up?
Yeah, I'm like standing up looking at this thing. I just like put it in my mouth. I turn around and I'm just like, I like turn off the drip.
Yeah.
And I just leave.
Yeah. And then he like probably looks at it and is like, actually, I probably shouldn't drop that. He puts it back. He was just trying to light a fire under your butt. All right, cool. And then he's gonna go over get Father Demetrius. Hopefully, when not as aggressive. So you're like cloistered away praying, right?
Oh no, I think I'm like done at this point. I'm like probably just like actually I think I'm like walking out of my door to go see Count Swan.
Oh, okay.
And like just like bump into this guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. He immediately says that Count Swan is Father Demetrius, Count Swan's looking for you.
Yes.
Oh, good morning, Dimitri. How are you today? Big puff of smoke right in your face. Where have you been? I made big bombs. Did you not hear them when they were going off? They were really loud.
Oh, yes, I heard. I figured it was...
You want some herb? It's real good. I got all this stuff myself.
I'm all right, thanks.
I like you a lot. Now let's go see good old Ronnie. He just starts walking off towards Ronald.
Yeah, so they show up, man. Ronald, how do you address them when they show up?
Probably by saying, "Gentlemen, if you would take a seat, perhaps you'd like a drink."
Takes a long drag on his pipe. I think I'm good.
What time is it this morning?
I think it's probably like.
Oh, I'm getting high real early.
Please don't smoke that in here.
Okay. He like licks his thumb and like presses the ember out and pulls his thumb back unfazed. You tell he does that a lot. And he like puts the still lit pipe into his jacket. In this case, his pant pocket. Yes, you wanted to talk to good old Good old Nikolai, what about?
I'm curious as to the results of your alchemy. I'm assuming it's not quite finished yet, or you would have reported it, but I would like to know on the status of your experimentation, i.e., am I the chosen one?
Well, it is hard to say. The results are inconclusive. I have never seen results like yours.
Isn't that a lie check?
I mean, that's totally a lie.
Yep. You're gonna. Yep. Go ahead and give me manipulate. Right.
Sure.
Or
It's falsehood.
yeah.
Falsehood
Yeah, it's
is
falsehood.
will, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm going
I got the wrong system in my head. It's falsehood. Sorry.
Falsehood, will, or perception, or the average of both.
It's will.
It's a social skill, so it's almost undoubtedly will.
It's will. It's will. I would like to help him though if he has the skill.
I do not have the skill.
Okay, then never mind.
I'm not a liar. I have a
Wouldn't it be against both of you? This would be
Yeah.
like a.
It's
Because
everybody
he's-
in the room because you're lying to everybody.
I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to lie to me because I wouldn't believe it anyway. Like when he says this, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to shrug and say, as
What is your
Well,
what is your will?
that would just mean that it's a +2 obstacle to the falsehood test against you.
Your will is 5 or 4.
5.
my will's 4.
So you're rolling against an obstacle 5 and an obstacle 6, essentially like a divine, or not divine, like a graduated-ish
and it
test.
I don't have the skill, so it's
All right, so
obstacle
yeah,
3.
you don't roll twice. It's just that you have 2 different obstacles to see what how much you beat.
I know.
Right?
I am gonna.
Okay.
I am gonna spin the fate.
You have a 6. Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
6.
Well, there's no way I can make it, but
Maybe 2 explosions.
Okay.
1.
Oh my God! You got the 5.
yeah, but I'm
it's
beginner's
not
luck.
doubling the obstacle, guys.
Oh.
It's 10. Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit!
I'm beginner's luck, so it doesn't matter.
Holy shit! You didn't. Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
I'm just
Ouch.
like.
Yeah, you're like, it's inconclusive.
I don't-
It's a really
I don't
fucking
know,
shaky
it's
lie,
just,
dude. It's a super shaky lie.
I'll say the Lord Abadar's will is inscrutable. For he is divine.
Okay, if that's the case,
Nikolai.
Swan, I'm going to be honest. If you
I
hear what
feel
really,
like perhaps smoking that pipe may have got you on the wrong foot this morning. I'd like to ask you to step outside the room and then come back in, sit down, and then tell me honestly the results of your research so far.
Count Swan,
yeah, Nikolai stands up, steps outside, doesn't even get the door all the way closed, opens the door back up, walks in. You're not the chosen one, but you might be. Sits down.
Count Swan.
Isn't that still also a lie?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to lie anymore.
I'm not lying though, because he could still gain that trait.
I mean, that's true, but I could also be a vampire by that logic.
Yeah, but that still doesn't mean it's a lie. Like,
I feel like that invalidates the results of the previous test in an unfair way, in my
Maybe.
opinion.
Like,
I'm just not going to believe it.
but yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's not a test.
your alchemy
What I'm saying
says
is that
that-
it's not a test, and you guys still know it's a lie. So you can say that. It's just that you can't manipulate again. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, I'm like, yeah, you're not the chosen one yet.
Yeah.
Something would have to change first.
Yeah, you're not buying that for a second, guys.
Well, this time he is telling the truth.
Count
Well, I was telling it the first time.
the wise king of ancient times, Nebuchadnezzar, who built the third great temple to Abadar. He said, "A good man is tested by the Lord once, great men twice, and an extraordinary man 3 times. But the type of men that come around once in a generation, or once in 2 or 5 or 10, men like yourself, are tested constantly. There are not going to be easy answers, easy choices in this, your duty. You must give to Abadar for him to give back. It is a two-way street. If you are
Talk
going
about faith.
Of course. What else?
What has Abadar done for me lately?
Yeah.
Where can I see his works upon the land? Pharasma, all men live and all men die. It is a thing that is known, but Abadar, where is Abadar in the world? Where
Abadar is in the
written?
clink of your coin. Abadar is in the roads that you travel.
Hey,
I
hey,
build roads and I make coin. Does that make me Abadar?
Hey, Eric, I have a
That
thing.
makes you blessed by him.
One
I have a
second.
thing.
Okay.
Can I do an obscure history test to see if any other people in Swan's family have ever held the favor of Abadar? That feels like an obscure history.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Honestly,
an obscure
it feels
history.
like you should be able to roll obscure history to just make that so.
Yeah,
unless-
exactly. It would be true if you passed the test, right?
Okay, yeah. I'm
it's
still gonna
like
say
a
either way.
wise,
I wanna roll
right?
first.
Yeah, I mean, unless Swan had already fleshed
Established.
out
Yeah.
his ancestry and is like, no.
No, that
That's
sounds pretty
what-
good. I'm just gonna look at the quick list for the obstacles for that. I don't think be necessarily that. Doesn't seem that far fetched. Obscure history.
It's
that
probably not gonna have the list of obs.
It's not even listed in the book, man.
It's under history. History has subsections. History divides into religious, obscure, military.
Oh, thanks. That makes sense.
Is history obscure and make you really good at Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah, there it is. Okay. This would probably be. I like Ob 3.
When in doubt, go up 3.
That's obscure figure in history. That would make sense. There's no reason why you would actually know this offhand. So I feel
Okay.
like an Ob 3 for you would make sense. You were looking at a book. Maybe it was, you came across it during your research or something like that.
Okay, so if that's the case, I would like to fork. Obviously, I'm doing the test with obscure history. I'd like to fork Great Master, wise, symbology, research, and if I can find a way to swing it, graveyard wise.
I don't know about graveyard.
I
Wise.
have no idea why Graveyard Wise would be relevant here.
Maybe I've visited the graveyard. Maybe that was,
Yeah.
No, that's
we're
stretch.
that is a stretch. So yes,
Too much of a stretch, dude. I
Maybe
appreciate you trying, but no.
Family's graveyard? Sure, why not?
And learned something from it somehow.
Okay, so forking, just to make sure I got everything. I'm going to fork astrology, so that's 1. Obscure history, Great Master, and symbology, so that's 4 dice.
You're rolling obscure history. You can't fork it.
I think
No, 3 dice. 3 forks? Oh, 4 forks with research, yes. Submit. Base ob is 3.
You should
All right.
crush this.
Big money, no whammy.
You had 7 dice. And
Gonna spin the thing.
and you got it.
I'll re-roll that. If you do D6 exclamation, it explodes automatically.
Mhm. 1, 2, 3. So I got 3.
Yeah, good job.
So that's a total number of successes of a bunch.
Oh, except you know what? That's the
Yeah, that's the bad die.
So I'll open ends both ways. So he
Uh,
has to re-roll it again.
And not get a 1.
Okay, yeah, that's another subtraction.
Yeah, but it doesn't keep going. It's the good thing.
Yeah.
So
Wait, it's obscure histories open-ended both ways?
no, astrology is.
He forked in astrology, and we agreed that would always be the last die.
Mhm.
And the last die was the 6 that got re-rolled a bunch of times.
Yes.
So
So I
we're
didn't
got it.
actually spin to fate on that, but yes.
Yeah. Nice.
So Nikolai just maybe even cuts Demetrius off. He's just like, let's wait, Lord Swung. Your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was chosen by Abadar himself. She was known as the Lady of Coin. It is said that her tears would drop from her eyes and would form into golden pieces when they hit the ground. A blessing of Abadar if I have ever heard one. You have divine chosen blood in your veins. And you are not that far off, but you are not there yet. He leans back and crosses his fingers. And who says the leaf affects me?
In order,
Yeah, I'm still completely skeptical of this.
in order to step into your role, first you must begin to walk the path.
Seems reasonable.
When the prophet Samuel first found the great king, well, I need a name. Somebody give me a name.
Jehoshaphat.
The jumper?
When the ancient prophet Samuel found the
Djibouti.
king Jehoshaphat, he was not more than a simple trader, working his way up. You are more than that, much more. And so you have a greater start. You must put more faith in, for you got farther by yourself. But now the path is before you. It is time for you to become the great man that you are destined to be, Count Swan. But first you must believe. Nothing happens until you believe in it.
Are you trying to convince him of this right now? Is this Persuasion?
yeah, but
That sounds Persuasion as fuck. But
If he gives-
I'm willing to let this role play because if AP's willing, if Ronald Swan believes this right now.
I'm
Okay.
skeptical AF.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So
literally, he's like,
test
okay,
time.
I lied, and then everyone's like, no, it's cool. It's
it's
cool.
not because it's not a test. If you're willing to go along with it, then you just let it go, right? That's
but my
that's
point
saying yes, but
But my point is that the failed. It's of course the alchemy roll failed. It's that's not how it works. It's not easy. That's kind of my whole point.
yeah, exactly. And you're using reverse logic. The more that it's not proven true, the more it makes it true, right? I know, I get it, and which is why I think this is Persuasion.
Yeah, I definitely was going for Persuasion, but it's up to Count Swan if he can be convinced, right? I can't roll the die unless he believes that he can be convinced of it.
I mean, yeah, roll some dice.
Neely is saying this probably needs to be a duel of wits because there's a belief involved.
No, I respect that, but I think we can get away right now with this as a
I'm fine with
as
it
a social versus. It's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
As long as
because he's not arguing against it, right? This is just going to be a versus test against this obstacle. If there was some kind of weird making this a social independent test and beliefs are in the line, yeah, probably duel of wits would have to be involved. But because this is more of just can I affect someone else with my words and language, and the other person's can I maintain the status quo of not believing it? It's not a duel of wits. Does that make sense? I think. I'm not an expert at this shit, so I don't know. But
I may have already helped inadvertently with that test I just did, but I'm not.
It's
helping.
the top of the hour.
I know. Well, make this roll, and then we'll go to break.
All right.
I want to go to the bathroom real bad.
Go to the bathroom right now. We're gonna go to break right after this if you need to.
But I need to see the result of the roll if we're gonna do it.
I would like to fork religious history. I think I leaned on that one pretty heavily.
Yeah, that seems pretty right.
Church doctrine for my quoting of scripture. What else?
Did Nikolai help you at all with this? I don't think
Nikolai is not helping as he talks. He's just letting him do it. But if we want to say that role that when he was just oh, I know this little weird factoid.
Right? If that guided you in any way, maybe exactly. Like I feel like it's more up to Father Demetrius if that ends up helping him or not
It's
based
if
on
you
that.
take
And
my help or not. It's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm not offering.
I'm not above your help. I'm not above your help with this.
Okay.
And I also have Abadar Wise, so I'm going to fork 5 dice into this.
Only the true Messiah denies his divinity.
5 is the base ob, so I can definitely still fail this. Well, let's go.
This is like literally wow.
Nice. I will spend a fate to reroll.
This
the
is
piece.
literally like one of those things where this is like how conspiracy theories get made, right?
Whoops.
Wait, so Arthur does nothing to modify the difficulty? It's just against his will or whatever?
I mean, if he wants to roll curses, he can. That's just like strictly work. I mean, he didn't make an argument, so normally it's I just roll against his will. But if
Yeah,
not-
because there's no argument. He's like your suasion against the status quo, right?
but it's
Yeah, there's
If I-
something to this.
if Arthur wants to make it something else, it's completely up
Nope.
to him.
Nope.
So let's re-roll these 6s. Oh man, so that's a lot of successes.
It's 7 against 5.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't like this wasn't a versus test. You don't like beat somebody down by that amount, right?
Yeah.
Or anything
No,
like
I know.
that.
I know. It's
So it's
just,
still a yeah, I know. Okay.
yeah. Cool.
It does.
So-
it does break the tie though. So
It is in your it is in the best interest of your immortal soul to go along with this, Count Swan.
I know. And that's why I'm just gonna be like,
but the question is, does Swan care about his soul? Come on, Swan. When's the last time you even knew you had one?
are you asking in or out of character?
I'm asking it out of character.
I think now is a good time to take the break. so I
Yeah.
can
Let's take a break. So you can think
Yeah, let's think about
I
this.
need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. All right,
No
thank you.
piss. Bye, guys.
All right, guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes.